We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Ravens fans are celebrating multiple wins. The Ravens topped the Chargers, and it was a big game for Lamar Jackson. His new record for rushing yards coming up. In a city in crisis, while some violent crimes are up, shootings and killings are down. Coming up, we look at how that might impact the race for mayor. And topping international news, the release of new hostages by Hamas. Coming up, how a truce might be extended. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. Happening right now, memorials for former First Lady Rosalind Carter are getting underway. A wreath-laying ceremony is being held at Georgia Southwestern State University. It is happening in front of the university's Rosalind Carter Health and Human Sciences Complex. Now, 2 private funerals are scheduled for later this week. One is set for tomorrow in Atlanta. A second will happen Wednesday in the Carter's hometown of Plains. Rosalind Carter died last Sunday. She was 96 years old. Topping local news, in a city in crisis, a man is shot in the head. Officers responded late last night to a shot spotter alert along North Dukeland Street. The victim was later found on Winchester Street and rushed to the hospital. Now, despite continued crime in the city, Baltimore is on pace to remain under 300 homicides for the first time in 9 years. The city's crime is expected to be a focal point of the upcoming mayoral race, where former Mayor Sheila Dixon has emerged as the biggest challenger to Mayor Scott. Shannon Lilly joins us with a look at the state of the city in terms of crime and who is behind the improvement. Shannon.
But when it comes to the drop in homicides, many are attributing the improvement to the partnership between City State's Attorney Ivan Bates and U.S. Attorney for Maryland, Eric Barron. Now, both have promised a tougher on crime approach in the city, and that differs from the mayor's crime plan, which hinges on a holistic approach. Since the partnership between Bates and Barron began, homicides are down 20%, non-fatal shootings are down 9%. Mayor Scott, though, is addressing the claim that they're the ones behind the improvement.
I love them both dearly. Their cases are made by police officers that work for Brandon Scott, the mayor of Baltimore City. We direct. The arrests are done by us. All the enforcement is done by us.
So while the mayor is touting his own administration, Peace spokesperson Giovanni Patterson joined us on Fox 45 News this weekend, saying city leaders should celebrate collaboration rather than taking credit.
We see in Baltimore is really this kiss the ring mentality where, certain people have to get credit for certain things when it, could be a team effort, or there could be certain other aspects, avenues that reduce the crime versus the actual crime.
Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. Still ahead, it is Cyber Monday, but a lot of people have already scored big deals. We'll take a look at Black Friday sales. And the Ravens are celebrating this morning after a win over the LA Chargers. Coming up, the big record Lamar Jackson set in that game. But first, he's living in a nightmare, and it's happened twice. Coming up, hear from a Baltimore man who's had his car stolen 2 times now. Coming up, we have video of the most recent theft.
More sunshine today, but the wind is going to stay with us. A breezy afternoon ahead. We're tracking cold temperatures this week, some of the coldest of the season so far. 50 today, will drop to below freezing tonight and only get to 41 on Tuesday. We'll talk more about these colder temperatures and how long they stick around coming up.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
Here is a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, a North Baltimore man says his car has been stolen twice, with the latest theft caught on camera. John Floyd woke up to find out his 2019 Kia Soul had been stolen. When he finally got it back, it had over $8,000 in damages and a speeding ticket, which he couldn't waive without a physical police report.
I mean, I'm the victim, but I'm being treated like the villain. I mean, these guys go around stealing these cars each and every day, tearing people's cars up, and we got to dig in our pockets.
Floyd also said that he had a wheel lock on his Kia, yet the thieves were able to disable it and steal his vehicle. The latest BPD data shows almost 10,000 cars stolen this year. The new data is expected later this week. Trending number two, Maryland is among dozens of states suing Facebook parent company Meta. And newly unsealed court documents are revealing how Meta is accused of designing products to capitalize on teen users. The Wall Street Journal reports the documents show Meta wanted to create its products to take advantage of teens' brain weaknesses that are disposed to impulses, peer pressure, and risky behaviors. Trending number three, the Ravens are celebrating a big win over the LA Chargers. Final score in Los Angeles, 20-10. Ravens on. Congrats to him and the Ravens. All right, 11:12 now. Taking a look at your social stream, it is Cyber Monday. And if Black Friday sales are telling us anything about America's shopping habits, this holiday, there are going to be a lot of presents under the tree. Black Friday bargain hunters shattered online shopping records, nearly hitting the $10 billion mark, with shoppers choosing online deals instead of being in the chaotic crowds. Buyers spent a record $9.8 billion online Friday. That is up by roughly 8% from the same day last year. Here's what you're saying about the shopping that has been done so far. Liam says Christmas shopping done. Another person saying, I have nothing on my Christmas list because I be shopping impulsively every day. That's one approach. And then another one says the stages of Christmas shopping. Number one, plenty of time. Number two, oh no. Well, still ahead, that short-term spending deal from Congress is running out soon. The new national security package that one senator is proposing. And 'tis the season of giving, but don't give your money to scammers. Coming up, tips to avoid holiday scams. 11:13 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:15. Now we're taking a live look over the Inner Harbor. It is sunny, but it is chilly out. We're not getting out of the 40s today. Coming up, we're going to check in with meteorologist Justin Chambers to see when things will warm up a bit. Topping your consumer news as we head further into the winter season, consumer experts are warning you to be aware of some winter scams. When it snows, expect an uptick in snowplow scams where homeowners pay up front, but then no one ever shows up to do the work. And if you receive a notice about an overdue utility bill threatening to cut off service, be sure to verify with your local provider before you fork over any cash. Experts say younger generations are falling victim to these scams at a higher rate.
The public's perception is that older adults are the ones losing money to scammers. But what BBB research has shown is it's the 18 to 24-year-olds who are more susceptible to scams and losing more money than any other age group.
This winter, the Better Business Bureau says avoid paying for a job until it's complete and be sure to ask for references. Making headlines, Senator Chuck Schumer says he wants to bring a national security package to the floor next week that would give aid to Israel and Ukraine. The package could also have money for border security. Schumer wrote about the plan in a letter to colleagues, and it was released Sunday. Now, if the measure passed the Senate, it would face scrutiny in the Republican-controlled House. Some in the GOP have said they do not want Israel and Ukraine tied together. Today, a Chinese court is set to hear compensation claims for families of the missing MH370 passengers. Back in 2014, 239 people were on board Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 headed from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing when it went off path and disappeared over the Indian Ocean. There are still no answers in the case. About 40 Chinese families are taking the airline, its insurer, Boeing, and the plane engine manufacturer to court. More than 150 of the people on board were Chinese nationals. A spokesperson for Meta, the parent company of Facebook, is now wanted in Russia. According to Russian state media, Meta Communications Director Andy Stone is wanted on criminal charges, but the Interior Ministry's online database doesn't provide any more details. Last month, Russian authorities classified Meta as a terrorist and extremist organization. Coming up later today at 4, teens committing brazen crimes over the holiday weekend. Fox 45 News is analyzing the crime crisis and what can be done to stop it. A look back at our investigation into the Safe Streets program. We continue to push for transparency in the city's flagship gun violence prevention program. Plus, hostages held by Hamas released, how they are describing their experiences. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:18 and now to today's talking point. With Thanksgiving behind us, there comes the age-old debate. Is it too soon to start playing Christmas music? Mariah Carey would probably say no. New numbers are revealing just how much the singer makes each year off her famous song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. According to The Economist, Carey earns about $2.5 million annually from the Christmas hit in royalties. The New York Post estimates that number is even higher, closer to $3 million. That song was released in 1994 and has topped music charts in 25 countries. Mark Clark with Bmore Lifestyle is here now. And answer number one, no, not too early for Christmas music. And number two, that's one of the first songs I play.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Patrice. Great minds think alike. I mean, I like to get in early on the Christmas vibes.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if that's my first song. My first song is going to be The Temptations'
yeah, I already know.
Silent Night, or Otis Redding's White Christmas.
Or Donny Hathaway's This Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So I'm a fan of getting in early on it because And I think the girls are older. I think I'm very sentimental these days, Patrice.
Understandably, and that's a good thing. And I do have to say, though, that my family has added to Mariah's coffers because we sing that song as a family and dance around to that. So.
Yes, and I can't wait to see Mariah. Is there going to be a performance somewhere?
She's coming to Baltimore.
And when we see her perform, we always have our fingers crossed because it always seems like it's never smooth. It's always, until she gets to them notes, you be like wondering, is everything going to be okay?
She did forget the words to this song at some point. All right, we got to go. We got to go. We can talk all day. All right, it's a chilly start to your work week here at home, but as meteorologist Justin Chambers shows us, things are better than the snowy conditions that those in the Northeast are seeing.
Well, winter lovers and snow lovers, you can go to the Northeast and check this out. This is on Twitter from someone up in the northeastern part of the U.S., up near Vermont. You can see that snow falling, making for a nice winter wonderland. Now, we're not tracking snow here, but that looks really pretty. I always like seeing it when I'm not there. Overall, though, some of you do want some snow. We're going to be cold enough to get that over the next couple of mornings, but your hour-by-hour forecast for your Monday afternoon, upper 40s and into some lower 50s in that 2 and 3 o'clock hours. So high temp today right about 50. Most of us will stay in the 40s. Those temps below average. Sun will be up until 4:45. Definitely more sunshine this afternoon. Low to mid 40s for Westminster, Cockeysville, and Bel Air. Out to the eastern shore, close to 50 in Chestertown and Stevensville, and right about 50 in Baltimore City. And up and down the 95 corridor, only 46 in the district today, but upper 40s in Philly, lower 50s down the ocean, but upper 30s in western Maryland. Checking out the wind speeds here this afternoon. That northwesterly wind at 20 to 25 miles an hour, so it's going to feel colder than that here as we head into the afternoon. And tomorrow, that wind expected to be even stronger behind that passing cold front. Now, our temps drop below average here for Tuesday and Wednesday, finally moderating by Thursday and Friday. So it's not a complete freezing cold week, but those numbers will come back up eventually. We'll get a few clouds around on Monday and Tuesday. Could see a few snow showers early Tuesday morning in some of our mountain locations, but Wednesday and Thursday look good. And then Thursday will start the warming process, some more of that southerly wind that's going to be coming in and helping to warm us up, getting those temperatures back to the above average category. So checking that on your 10-day forecast, you can see blustery conditions, especially on Tuesday. We track our next chance for showers not till Friday afternoon, but notice those temperatures climb into the mid to upper 50s for the first weekend of December, and we actually keep the 50s into early next week.
All right, Justin, thank you. Still ahead, one of the world's largest icebergs has broken free and is now drifting beyond Antarctic waters. It's hard to imagine just how big it is, though. Coming up, how much larger it is than all of New York City. And it appears some people wanted to break free from family this holiday. Coming up, we'll look at ticket sales at the holiday box office. 11:22 now on Fox 45 News Midday. 11:25. Don't miss this. Honda is recalling 300,000 cars over a seatbelt issue. The recall covers the 2023 and 24 HR-V and Accord. The vehicles could be missing a seatbelt connector that could increase risk of injury during a crash. So far, no injuries from the issue have been reported. Honda will send out recall letters to owners beginning January 8th, and dealers will inspect and fix at no charge. One of the world's largest icebergs is drifting beyond Antarctic waters after being grounded for more than 3 decades. Take a look at this. The iceberg known as A23A is about 3 times the size of New York City, measuring about 1,500 square miles. It became stuck to the ocean floor in 1986 and remained there for many years. But according to the British Antarctic Survey, the iceberg has been drifting for the past year and now appears to be picking up speed and moving past the northern tip of the Antarctic Peninsula. Time now for your lunch break. It looks like a lot of people were taking a break from family this Thanksgiving. Box office numbers are out and show a lot of people snuck off to the theater this past weekend. The Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes taking the top spot for the second week in a row. And then you've got some animated films as well. The film earning an estimated $42 million domestically over the 5-day Thanksgiving weekend. Well, that's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Bmore Lifestyle up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Well, Patrice, it's Cyber Monday. Have you clicked the add to cart yet today? Coming up, just how many Americans are expected to shop today and how much they'll spend. Bmore Lifestyle coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Bmore Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Bmore Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with comedian Big Fred. Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you right now. Now, the Ravens are celebrating a big win over the LA Chargers. Final score, Los Angeles 20. Big fat paycheck, and he's doing his thing.
Yes.
Your thoughts, Big Fred?
Look, man, when the Ravens paid him that money that he deserved, they said he was going to stop running as much. He still did it. He still got that record very fast. Like you say, 82 games, man. Shout out to Zay Flowers. Did his thing yesterday. He was running himself. You know what I mean? Wide receiver, you know, right out the
So, Lady T, you got quite some millionaires on the Ravens.
I know, I'm excited.
I haven't seen you in many games this year. What's going on?
Okay, stop it. Wait, no, I
need
love
to see you at the games and lock down some
No,
of
he
these
did
millionaires.
that. I think we going to the Super Bowl, y'all.
Okay.
I'm putting it out there right now. We going to the Super Bowl. Because he was running like he was running from child support. I was like, go ahead, boo.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lamar. I was cheering. It's exciting time for Baltimore right now. Shout out to the Ravens. Go ahead.
Okay. I think the Ravens actually are more splashy than they've been like,
they
ever.
got
By
that.
far, a
They
lot
got
of big
that.
plays. And it's still coming. They chilling right now. It's still coming. Wait till you gonna see. Wait till the
the
playoffs.
2010s of Seattle Seahawks. Remember when the Seahawks were on a roll with Russell
We
Wilson?
feeling it?
It's giving that kind of vibe. That's why I said Super Bowl, baby.
Okay, it's Cyber Monday. Americans are expected to be busy. Sales are expected to be up 13% from last year when it comes to sticking to a budget. About 78% of shoppers feel confident sticking to budgets they set back in September for the holiday season. Shoppers say they'll spend an average of $567 this year, a new record. Now, Lady T, are you a big... I know you're already shopping. I know you're shopping. If we go to the desk right now, it's on fire.
Listen, I know I got 12 tabs open on my phone right now. I'm just trying to see what the best deals are. Because they said, you know, increases, that's up, but raises were not. So I'm trying to count my coins.
You complained that the sales weren't
It wasn't
sales in.
sales in like it needed to be on Friday. But Cyber Monday usually gave a little bit more, but not as much as I needed to. So that's why the 12
Big
tabs
Fred, are you out there?
Nah, man. Did you see how empty the lines were on Friday?
Yes,
they were empty, man. Look, so I'm gonna go ahead and scroll through a little bit, but you know, Amazon, all the cyber deals already started like 2 weeks ago.
That's okay, Fred. Okay, Cupid got a deal, they said.
Wow.
And they said you can all ads off of
We want
every
you to
single...
tell it. Are you shopping online today? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the Lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving on the actual holiday, it's probably best to toss any leftovers still in your fridge. Most foods will only keep 3 to 4 days, but there's one food that you can still dig into. The cranberry sauce can last 7 to 10 days in the fridge. Now, if you already froze your leftovers, you can generally save them for 3 to 4 months. So I think our household, we went in heavy on... we went in heavy yesterday and the day before. We were snacking it up. Fred, what'd you do?
They better have a Cyber Monday on colon cleansers. I'm telling you.
That's not a bad idea.
Some type of detox, man. We always eat the leftovers. Cranberry sauce, you know, I didn't even see that on Thursday, so I don't care. You can do whatever with that.
No one cares about cranberry sauce.
Yeah, I'm not a big cranberry sauce
It's the key
guy.
element. It's the tart.
Yeah, it's visually. It's supposed to be there. You don't have to eat it.
This year I did not get into my cranberry. I didn't get into my rotation. No, I have a rotation.
Really?
Yeah, turkey, you know, macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
I didn't do it this year. I kept it simple.
You just did one plate
I had one plate on Thanksgiving. What did you
You can mix the leftovers up. Start making sandwiches. You can get a little sandwich on Monday.
We didn't have
lunch.
Why are you
a little
doing that?
turkey sandwich, ham sandwich.
we went through the turkey pretty strong.
Turkey is just there for decoration. I don't think
the
anybody's
star.
eating it anymore.
The star for us this year was. For those of us who eat pork, was that
the ham?
The honey baked ham was
we
the star
forgot
this year.
about
Man, I
ham
seen
in
some.
my
I don't know.
house.
I was paying
forgot about
attention. I was paying
ham.
some.
I'm gonna be a vegan in 2024, so I was getting it in.
Okay.
So my sister fried her turkey wings this year, and it was amazing. It was crisp. It was amazing. Go to her IG
There's
story.
only 2.
It was like you said. It was only 2 wings.
Yeah, man.
It was like 6, but she gave me 2.
Okay.
It was like 8 of them. She did a good job though. It was lit, honestly. Keep the leftovers, y'all.
All right, Big Fred, where you gonna be?
Man, this week, man, check me. I'm in LA this week, actually.
Oh, excuse me.
Representing Baltimore,
You
man.
going
I'm
to
in LA. Yeah, I'm in LA this weekend.
Oh,
but hey,
snap.
keep supporting Little Laughs, man. We there today in the community, bringing comedy to the community, adding light and love. You know.
Are you gonna go see the
right.
Chargers while you out there?
Okay.
Nah, but you know we got the Rams in 2 weeks.
The Rams. Oh, we do.
That's right.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, Lady T, we'll see you later in the show.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe. 1 in 5 Americans with diabetes, they don't know they have it. Coming up, some of the signs and symptoms to be aware of. Still ahead, it's the holidays, which means we're being pulled in 20 million different directions. Coming up, a new easy way to keep track of your phone and your keys. Stick around. Bmore Lifestyle continues next.
You're watching Bmore Lifestyle.
All the chaos and excitement of holiday shopping can make it very easy to lose a wallet or purse. Julie Moran is here with a new high-tech solution to make sure you can find yours in a hurry when you're about to go out. It's for America's Steals and Deals. Check it out.
The following segment is sponsored by Noki.
I just love my KeySmart Smart Card, and you will never lose your wallet or anything that you value again with KeySmart. And I love that it's as thin as 2 credit cards, so you can put it anywhere. Like if it works for you, put it in your wallet. You can put it in your briefcase. You can put it in a suitcase or a backpack or anything of value that you don't want to lose. Now, say if I drop my wallet in a parking lot, which I've done, I will hear a ringtone once I'm 200 feet away on my phone. And also, if you don't hear it, you'll get an alert on your phone that you've left it behind, and you'll get the exact location. And the smart card uses the Find My iPhone app. It's so easy to set up, and that connects you. And I love that you only have to charge this once a year. The charge lasts for an entire year, so you don't have to keep taking it out and recharging it and redoing it. Well, once I threw my wallet in a garbage can, and if I had had KeySmart, I'd have known where my wallet was before the garbage truck came and it took my wallet away. Then I had to get new credit cards, new license, all of that. It was terrible. Well, right now we're offering 25% off on the KeySmart Smart Card. So we want you to head over to asadeals.com for this absolutely, I just love this, amazing exclusive offer right now.
This Bmore Lifestyle segment is sponsored by the American Diabetes Association.
More than 37 million Americans live with diabetes, and 1 in 5 are unaware that they have it. As the 7th leading cause of death in America, it's important to know and understand your risk. CEO of the American Diabetes Association, Chuck Henderson, joins us now to talk about the common symptoms and risk factors of diabetes. Chuck, what is diabetes, and what are some of the common symptoms of the disease?
Yeah, Mark, first off, thank you for having me on your segment. Very, very honored. To your question, diabetes is a disease where the body cannot produce insulin or doesn't use insulin as well as it should. Insulin is a key hormone in the body that breaks down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. And so there are actually 3 types of diabetes. There's type 1, there's type 2, and there's gestational diabetes, and that impacts 37 million Americans. And so here's the good news. Type 1, type 2, and gestational are all very treatable. And really it's about creating and maintaining a healthcare plan in conjunction with your healthcare team where that can help ensure you live as healthy as possible. And so some of the symptoms to look out for are urinating often, feeling very thirsty, feeling very hungry, even though you're eating, extreme fatigue, blurry vision, and cuts and bruises that are slow to heal.
And so, Chuck, who is at most risk of being diagnosed?
So I always say everyone, Mark. I mean, diabetes can affect everyone, regardless of age, gender, race, or religion.
What's the American Diabetes Association's mission, and how are you working to improve the lives of people impacted by diabetes?
Yeah, thank you for that. Our full stop at the ADA is the mission of the American Diabetes Association is to prevent, treat, and cure diabetes and improve the lives of all people affected by diabetes. At the ADA, we lead the fight against the deadly consequences of diabetes because right now, 133 million people in America are affected living with diabetes and pre-diabetes, and it's absolutely time for us to take a stand on it.
And so how can our viewers join the fight against diabetes?
Well, November, it's American Diabetes Month, and it's absolutely a time to rally against this diabetes epidemic. And so the ADA won't stop fighting for a cure. We won't stop fighting until everyone can have access. And so we would love for your listeners to join in on the fight. And so, again, you can join through different ways, through research, through education, through advocacy during American Diabetes Month.
Wow, man, thanks for joining us. And again, where can people go for more information as we wrap things up?
Please go to diabetes.org/WeFight for education, for research, and advocacy resources to help us join the fight.
Awesome. Chuck, thanks so much for joining us, okay? Have a great day.
Thank you, Mark. You too.
All right, take care. Still ahead, if you're looking for a new car in the new year, we got you covered. Coming up, the vehicle just named the Car of the Year for 2024. But first, a new movie is out just in time for the Christmas holiday. It's called The Journey to Bethlehem. We'll talk to the director of the new film. Stick around.
This is Bmore Lifestyle.
This Bmore Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Affirm Films.
Journey to Bethlehem is a story about a young woman carrying an unimaginable responsibility, a young man torn between love and honor, and a jealous king who will stop at nothing to keep his crown. Award-winning music producer Adam Anders is here to tell us more about his directorial debut. Adam, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
So what was something this film taught you that you didn't expect going in?
How hard it is to make movies. It's not for the faint of heart, I can tell you that. You know what, I had this idea 17 years ago, believe it or not, and I can't believe nobody made it between then and now. I guess I was supposed to do it, but I just thought, look, there's all these movies about elves and reindeer and Santa and all this stuff, beautiful, colorful, vibrant movies for the entire family to enjoy at Christmas, but none of them actually talked about what Christmas is about and why we celebrate it. So that was kind of the initial idea and why I wanted to tell it.
Can you elaborate on the vision you had for the music behind this film?
Music is what unifies us, right? If you're 7 or 70, if it's a great song, it's a great song, and you're going to love it. Music can penetrate our souls and our emotions the way that words and pictures alone can't. At Christmas, we sing carols. You know, music is such a big part of the holiday season. So that was pretty obvious for me. Like, this is how we have to tell this story. And then we went on that journey, no pun intended, to write these songs in a way that told the story of Mary's, burden and her struggle, and to have to live this, to do this incredible task. And Joseph stayed with her in their love story. And then Herod, the villain, the worst king ever, maybe, played by Antonio Banderas in such an incredible way in this movie. His song is incredible. It just really came together in a powerful way.
And what do you hope audiences will take away from this so powerful film?
First of all, joy. You know, it's a tough time out there. You know, life's hard for so many people. It's been a tough year. A lot of times the holidays are even tougher for people. You know, they get more sad at the holidays. So I think to be able to go to a movie like this and smile from beginning to end, and to be reminded of the hope and the joy that comes from Christmas, I think is an incredibly important thing. And if I can make somebody feel better after seeing this movie than they did before, that's a huge victory.
Man, I'm excited to see this. I'm sure my audience is too. So where can we go for more information about it?
Yeah, go to can you say that? journeytobethlehemmovie.com, journeytobethlehemmovie.com. You can get tickets right there. You can put in your zip code and it'll tell you where it's playing in your neighborhood, because it's all over the country in theaters everywhere right now. So this Thanksgiving and Christmas, take your family, take your neighbors, your friends. This movie's for everyone. Believers, non-believers, young, old, will all love this movie. So journeytobethlehemmovie.com. Get your tickets now. And also through Fandango, they're a gift of giving. You can give tickets to people who can't afford to go either. And I think that's a really great thing to do this holiday season.
Man, Adam, thanks for making this movie, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Happy holidays. Time now for your best weather in America. Meteorologist Justin Chambers joins us. What's up, Justin?
Yeah, checking this shot, November's full moon, kind of a pretty shot there. This is up in Pennsylvania. The full beaver moon is what they call this. You can see some of that fog arising off of the river right there. We actually had some fog to kick off our morning here, but we're seeing more sunshine as we head toward the afternoon. Definitely nicer than yesterday with all that cloud cover around. The wind, however, is going to pick up, and that's going to make it feel even colder with those temperatures later in the day. Even though we have the sunshine, those cold temperatures are going to be here at least for the next couple of days. So we'll barely get to about 50 for a lot of us in that 1 and 2 o'clock hour this afternoon. Notice those numbers below average, 53 typically where we are for this time of year. Mid to upper 40s for Westminster, Cockeysville, Bel Air out to the eastern shore. Almost 50 in Chestertown, Denton down through Easton, and 45 in Laurel, your high today. 46 in the district, but 48 if you're heading up to Philly. Western Maryland only in the upper 30s where they have some wind advisories for Garrett and Allegheny counties. So that wind is going to continue to be an issue for the next few days. Just hold off on that leaf raking or trying to get them cleaned up because the wind stays with us for today. And these are the future scan wind gusts even through tomorrow. Expect to see even breezy to windier conditions with 20 to 25, possibly 30-mile-an-hour wind. And then that's going to bring in that colder air. And you can see that. Look at that big dip below the average line here for Tuesday and Wednesday. Numbers moderate back to the mid to upper 50s for Thursday and Friday. And as we head into this upcoming weekend. Now, in terms of any precip, not really tracking much. Maybe a stray snow shower or two, some upslope snow showers early Tuesday morning, but other than that, we're nice and dry for most of the week. Really not looking at rain until we get to about Friday. Finally, by Thursday, you'll see more of a southerly flow. We call that the return flow. That picks up the warmer air from the south, and that is what's going to help get our temperatures back up into the more moderate 50s. So here's that 10-day forecast after a couple of days in the 40s, back to the mid to upper 50s as we head into the weekend, even keeping those 50s around to early next week.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Motor Trend.
Every year, Motor Trend picks one new car, truck, and SUV to earn the prestigious honor of being named the best in the market. Recently, we saw the unveiling of the Chevy Blazer EV as the 2024 SUV of the year. Now, Motor Trend editor Aaron Gold joins us to share the car of the year. Aaron, what is Motor Trend's car of the year, and why was it chosen?
Well, I am very pleased to announce that the 2024 Motor Trend Car of the Year is the Toyota Prius. Now, we know this is a choice that's going to raise a lot of eyebrows because traditionally, you know, the Prius is known for fuel economy and really nothing else. But this is like a whole new take on the Prius. Toyota completely rethought the car. It's still remarkably fuel efficient, but now it's also beautifully styled. And the really surprising thing is it's actually engaging and rewarding to drive, which is something that honestly at Motor Trend we never expected from a Prius. And that's why it was able to beat out some real heavyweight competitors. You know, this is the best looking, best driving, most powerful Prius that Toyota has ever created. And it's also the most fuel efficient. And that's why it's the 2024 Motor Trend Car of the Year.
That's amazing. And so, Aaron, again, what about it do you really like? I mean, you're the editor, you're the car man, you're the guy. What is it?
I am an editor. We're all editors at Motor Trend. You know, I'll tell you, I'll give you my top 4 real quick. First of all, I love that it's good to drive. And I don't mean good for a Prius. I mean, it's actually good to drive. I was really surprised, too. I love the design. You know, the Prius has a very specific shape, which is designed for aerodynamics. but they've managed to make it look like a really cool futuristic sports coupe. I love that. I love that there's a plug-in version called the Prius Prime. It'll run 45 miles on battery only. So for people who are thinking about an electric car but don't know if they're ready to make that leap, the Prius Prime is a great choice. And mostly, I love that it's just desirable. Toyota has done the impossible. They've actually created a cool Prius, and I just love that.
So, man, what trends do you see coming up from the car show coming up in L.A., and then where can we go to get more information?
Well, LA Auto Show, it's funny. I think this year we're seeing, instead of the futuristic cars, kind of a message of continuity. We're going to see the new Lucid Gravity, which is an electric luxury SUV we're very excited about, but also new versions of bread and butter cars like the Toyota Camry and the Hyundai Santa Fe. And I think the message here to consumers is that despite the industry kind of barreling towards electrification, there's still a lot of interest and investment in traditional cars. And you can learn more about what's going on at the LA show, more about the Prius and all things automotive online at motortrend.com, or you can pick up our Car of the Year issue, which will be on newsstands coming up shortly.
Always great to see you, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Take care. Still ahead, scoring the best deals on Cyber Monday. Just how many people are expected to click add to cart, and just how much the average shopper will spend on holiday gifts this season. Stick around. It's Cyber Monday, and Americans are expected to be busy. Sales are expected to be up 13% from last year. And when it comes to sticking to a budget, about 84% of shoppers feel confident sticking to budgets they set back in September for the holiday season. Shoppers say they'll spend an average of $567 this year, a new record. And we wanted you to tell it, are you online shopping today? Right now, you guys are saying 78% are not online shopping today. What? Wait a minute. We got a great show lined up tomorrow. We're talking about tipping fatigue before, and it appears when people do tip, they're tipping less. Coming up on tomorrow's show, we'll chat about just how much the average person tips when they're at a restaurant, and we'll ask you to weigh in if it's enough or maybe even too much.
Find out how to have your business featured on Bmore Lifestyle. Email us at bmorelifestyletv@foxbaltimore.com.
Okay, raise your hand if you're still eating off the leftovers for Thanksgiving. Okay, raise your hand if you're done. I'm done. All right, thanks for inviting us to your home. Make sure you follow Bmore Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great one, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.